have thought that a fallen dead tree in the wild could be transformed into a livable home under a man's careful modification? The high structure not only keeps away dangers from the ground, but also provides a wide view, allowing him to observe the outside movements without stepping out. One day, while wandering in the woods, Walker accidentally discovered a fallen dead tree. Curiously, he approached and observed closely, finding several natural branches extending upward from the trunk, just right to support this natural barrier, and build a suspended shelter away from the ground. Instead of hesitating, he gathered materials on the spot and selected some straight logs nearby. The plan is to first assemble the bottom platform of the tray house. Walker first carved grooves on the trunks on both sides, then selected 2 logs to lay horizontally, forming a stable support. Then, based on this, he could carve flat cross-sections at both ends of the remaining logs, tightly arranging them to form a solid bottom platform. To prevent shaking, Walker also drilled holes at both ends of the logs. He hammered in wooden pegs for secondary reinforcement. After completing the assembly of the bottom platform, he turned around and drilled corresponding holes in the main trunks on both sides and the top trunk, starting to build the surrounding walls. He first fixed several logs to act as the main load-bearing structure. The triangular structure not only provides stable support, but also helps with drainage due to its inclined angle. Next, Walker drilled holes at both ends of the platform, interspersing and fixing multiple support bars, creating a rough framework to prepare for the subsequent wall closure. After completing the framework, Walker stood up and set off again to a nearby fallen dead tree, collecting a lot of thick bark. This natural material, after being naturally air-dried for a long time, is not only very dry, but also has good waterproofing effects, making it perfect for sealing the walls. He first cut it into appropriately sized small pieces, then drilled holes in the surface one by one, binding them to the framework with hemp rope, thus constructing complete walls on both sides. Considering the indoor lighting, he also intentionally reserved space for window frames. Then Walker returned to the ground, collected several logs, and assembled a simple ladder, perfectly solving the problem of going up and down. As for the front wall, he thought it over, and decided to design it as a door that could open and close fully. When opened, it becomes a natural sunshade, equivalent to adding half an outdoor space. After building the main framework of the door, he went to a nearby empty wall and harvested a lot of dry grass. He first tied it into small bundles with hemp rope, then fixed them onto the wooden segments, forming a thick grass curtain, which was fixed at the positions of the window frames on both sides, using an up and down opening method that neither affected lighting nor blocked wind and rain. After finishing this, it suddenly started to rain in the woods, and Walker had to stop his fire and temporarily hide under the platform. As the rain gradually stopped, he collected a lot of logs nearby and began to seal the back wall. As for the gaps between the logs, he planned to seal them with versatile moss. This natural material is not only found everywhere, but also has good waterproof and insulation effects. Moreover, after such decoration, the small house is completely integrated into the surrounding natural environment, maximizing its concealment. Next comes the elegance of the front entrance. To reduce the weight of the entire door panel, Walker deliberately collected more dry grass, binding it tightly to the trunk, and fixing it closely to the surface of the framework, forming a thick door panel. Compared to a wooden door, it is not only lighter, but also has better waterproofing effects. The remaining dry grass should not be wasted. It was evenly spread on the floor inside the house to serve as a mattress, enhancing the comfort of living. Thus, the construction of the small house was completely finished. To celebrate this moment, Walker cleared a patch of ground beside it and dug a pit downwards. Then he found several pieces of colorful tree bark as fire starters, successfully igniting a flame with a stick, and began preparing dinner for the day, treating himself well after days of hard work. He sprinkled the meat and potatoes with seasoning, marinated them briefly, then skewered them, and finally wrapped them in foil and placed them on the charcoal fire to slowly roast. During this time, Walker climbed back up to the treehouse along the ladder, lay on the bed, and rested for a while, enjoying this moment of tranquility that belonged solely to him. After an hour and a half of patient waiting, the sky had completely darkened, and the aroma of the food gradually spread. Paired with refreshing onions and pickles, a flavorful outdoor barbecue was perfectly ready. After eating and drinking enough, Walker returned to the house with his backpack, gently closed the wooden door, confirmed that there were no abnormalities around, and lay back down, starting his first night here. Please like, subscribe, share, and support the Mingjing and Diandian program.
Please